LoreWarrior Online, the Pack Hunter. Overview. The Pack Hunter represents a compromise design, approved by the Clan Wolf in Exile as the initial mech to be produced by the manufacturing arm of the clan on their new home of Ark Royal. Many warriors advocated producing a heavy Omni-mech, wanting a flagship design that would command attention from the other clans. Noting the well-maintained array of Omnis already in service with his clan, however, Khan, Phelan Kell instead focused the clan's efforts on producing a second-line machine of durability and immediate usefulness. This decision also allowed the manufacturing facilities to identify and fix problems in the new production line without the risk of producing a flawed Omni-mech. The Endosteel chassis is a product of the space-based production facility that the Wolves in Exile brought to Ark Royal. The mech also carries standard composite armour, purchased from the Kellhounds production facilities as part of a trade agreement for access to the clan-produced Endosteel. As evidenced by the Arctic Fox, the Wolves and the Hounds have chosen similar designations for apparently related designs, leading to speculation that they plan on further joint production efforts. The Pack Hunter also mounts a communication system of Kellhound manufacture, though the Wolves in Exile will most likely replace it with one of their own as soon as they establish the appropriate production facilities. Capabilities. Showing his preference for lighter, faster designs, Khan Phelan Kell directed his scientists to create a mech that offered impressive speed, but with a bite, a real Pack Hunter. The 30-ton Pack Hunter accomplishes this goal through a combination of high mobility and a hard-hitting primary weapon. With a top-end speed of more than 100 kph and an impressive jump range, the Pack Hunter is an excellent flanking or vanguard battle mech. Though lacking the high-powered sensor unit that would make it an excellent scout, its ability to handle itself in nearly any situation makes up for that perceived deficiency. This mech ranges all over the battlefield regardless of the underlying terrain and provides valuable tactical fire support. The Pack Hunter's only weapon is a Ripper series extended range particle projection cannon. As with other designs that rely on a single large weapon such as the Panther or Wolfhound, the ERPPC gives the Pack Hunter enough takedown power to give pause to either mediums or heavy mechs. In reported field testing, 2 Pack Hunters repeatedly stood up to a Direwolf, relying on their greater mobility to remain at range, where the Direwolf would rarely get a shot off it with any chance of success. If the Pack Hunter may be said to have any weakness, it's the minimal allocation of armour that allows it to carry such a large weapon. Its standard engine with internal heatsinks only makes the mech itself more durable, and any pilot making full use of the Pack Hunter's mobility will offer a difficult target. Deployment. The Pack Hunter saw limited action in 3059 against Clan Smoke Jaguar. 2 garrison stars appended to the 1st Wolf Strike Grenadiers with 2 Pack Hunters each came under fire on a holding action on the world of Albiero. 1 Pack Hunter was lost to the destruction of its gyro, but the other 3 survived the battle and counted 2 heavy Omni-mech kills between them. Clan Wolf in Exile are deploying the Pack Hunter into second line and garrison units as fast as they can be produced. A few Pack Hunters have also been sighted in Kellhound regiments, either for testing purposes and training, or as a further indication of future cooperation between the Wolves in Exile and the Kellhounds. So, we've got another 30-tonner. Its chassis is the Type AR1 Endosteel. Power plant is Light Force Standard 210. Its cruise speed then is 76 kph with a max speed of 119 kph. Its jump jets are the Leaper Model L5. Its jump capacity is 210 meters, and its armour is the Royal 7 Standard. Armament is a single Ripper Series A1 extended range PPC, and it's manufactured by WC Site 3. Communication system is the K9 communication system. Oh god, it's over the dog pun. Targeting and tracking system is the Hunter 3 dedicated tabletop simulator. The walk and run of this is 711 with a jump of 7. It has 10 double heatsinks to keep it nice and cool, although it still could be a bit toasty with the ERPPC, depending on your movement and environmental factors. It has armour of 7 on the head, 10 on the torso with 3 on the rear, 6 on the side torsos with only 2 on the rear, 6 on the arms and 8 on the legs. The ERPPC, as you can probably guess from the picture, is right torso mounted, while the extra jump jets are located in the CT, left torso and right torso respectively. So yeah, we've basically got the 30-ton glass hammer. It does decent damage at decent range, but also comes with somewhat of a negative in the fact that pretty much any kind of firepower is going to really start to hurt this mech. This is one that if it gets hit by an AC-10, it's lost all the armor on the CT, or it goes internal immediately. This is a mech that definitely does not want to get within tickling distance of any other mech. Even certain lights would also have a pretty good time fighting this thing up close and poisonal. Even though the light does risk being hit by an ERPPC, it also means that if the light that's equipped with, say, a couple of medium lasers, that kind of thing, is going to start going internal. Now, the upshot is the fact that the arms are largely superfluous. They're not that big a deal if they get hit. Side torso, on the other hand, a little bit worrying. Only 6 armor on the right torso, where the only weapon system is equipped, does make it a little bit of a risk-reward situation. It's only going to take a medium laser or two, and hey, the second one, that's gone internal, and that's bad. Especially if it then crits the thing. I suppose the upshot is that if it's running every turn, it at least has pretty decent defense, and the jump capability is pretty damn good. Artwork-wise, yeah, I don't hate it, but it also isn't the best. It's clearly designed with this idea that it almost looks like the ERPPC could be detached from the shoulder and held like a standard rifle, because you couldn't imagine the arm of it getting to where that trigger is that you can see underneath. It also has a scope on the top, which it doesn't look like the head would be able to use unless the scope rotated like sort of to the left to go over that sort of eye stalk part, but I mean, we're talking about a mech, it doesn't need a scope. It's there to look cool, I get it, and yeah, the gun setup is extremely anime, very mecha from that kind of style. I do like the little note there with the feet having the compression to absorb the shock from landing, which is a nice touch. I do like that on the artwork. And it does communicate the idea of a mech that's rather spindly, but it also has a lot of firepower. So I understand the design idea here of the sort of the frailty of the machine combined with the high firepower, so there's the risk-reward element, the glass cannon nature of the pack hunter. I like the backstory with it as well. It's kind of cool, the idea of Wolf in Exile desperately producing something that can be of ease of use, produced in large enough numbers, probably at an affordable price as well, to be able to augment forces and still be something that people aren't going to want to rush headlong into a fight with. So it's Clan in as much as it's produced by Clan Wolf in Exile, but it's within, at this point, it's within the Inner Sphere territory. It's working with the Kellhounds, so you could almost imagine this thing seeping out into some areas of the Inner Sphere as well. I wouldn't be surprised if a few of these things were to end up with select mercenary companies and that kind of thing. But yeah, not bad. Pack Hunter, decent machine. Probably not to everyone's tastes visually, but overall, yeah, not bad. So the other downside is the fact that it's obviously sporting a lot of heat generation there, so jumping is going to be a problem. You can't jump and fire, probably, unless you're very meticulous with your jump distance to make sure you stay under heat, because that 15 heat from every ERPPC shot. I suppose the only upside is that it didn't use an XL engine, because if it used that, that would have really been a deal breaker for a lot of people, but yeah, there you go. Anyway, I'll leave you there. Hope you have a good one. Thanks for listening. As always, I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.